Hey students! In this video, we'll look at a 6-mark exam question from 2014. Explain one recent change and one recommendation for change in the legal system. In your answer, explain how each can contribute to an effective legal system. Often questions ask you to talk about recommendations for change or implemented changes. While this question addresses both, you still need to know the difference between the two, and you can't use them interchangeably. Recommendations have just been proposed, whereas changes have actually been implemented. To get the full 6 marks out of this question, you should adopt a structure like this. 1. Describe the recent change. 2. Describe the benefit of this change. 3. Identify the element or elements of an effective legal system that the change addresses. 4. Describe the recommendation for change. 5. Describe the potential benefit of this recommended change. And 6. Identify the elements of an effective legal system that the recommendation would address. Remember that the changes you discuss will not be acceptable answers if they are not recent changes. In the 2014 exam, the following answers were deemed unacceptable because they happened too long ago. Introduction of VCAT, provision of legal aid, creation of the Curry Court, use of the hand-up brief, and use of mediation or dispute resolution methods in court processes. Instead of discussing the creation of the Curry Court, you could talk about recent changes to the Curry Court. For example, there is now a Curry Court division within the County Court. Instead of talking about the incorporation of mediation into court processes, you could discuss the increased incentives for parties in a dispute to pursue mediation outside of the court process. Let's go through the creation of the Melbourne Curry County Court. The Curry Court used to be used just on a magistrate's level, but has since been expanded to the County Court with a branch in Melbourne. It's a sentencing court, so defendants have to have pleaded guilty to an indictable offence. Aboriginal elders are included in the sentencing process, which means that the Aboriginal community has more involvement in the legal system, and sentencing programs can be designed to rehabilitate offenders. This improves Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander offenders' chances of getting a fair and unbiased hearing, since the sentencing process integrates their cultural background. Now I'll go through a recommended reform. There have been suggestions that we could loosen rules of evidence and procedure, making our system slightly more like the inquisitorial system. Rather than having rigid rules, the admissibility of evidence could be taken on a case-by-case basis. Hearsay could sometimes become admissible evidence, and a greater reliance on written evidence would reduce the time of a trial. Of course, this would contribute to timely resolution of disputes. Timely resolution of disputes also reduces costs, which in turn enhances access to the legal system. There are a whole lot of examples you could use. Make sure you take a look at the VCE wiki article for more of them. Guess what? You've reached the end of the Legal Studies course. Congratulations! From here, make sure you do lots of revision using a variety of techniques. Refine your summary notes, make cue cards, and importantly, do practice exams. Check out our next video for a breakdown of what questions have been asked in previous exams. Good luck, legal studs, and happy studying!